shit, guys. How do you do? We are here tonight for the first episode of Mini. We're gonna be doing a review, probably every week, of a new anime that me and her watched together. The first 5 episodes. We're gonna call it the first 5 follow-up. And the first anime we're going to be doing this with is an anime called Platinum End. I was really excited about this because I saw Angels, and I'm a big fan of like wings and like feathers and stuff like that in anime. I think like those drawings are like really good. But how did we were just like randomly like rummaging through.
We were going through Crunchyroll, and of course, we were looking through the popular and updated. And the updated, we saw Platinum End, and the intro to it was, what was it? We were reading up on it, and it said, like, when you give up on life and so on. And we thought it was really interesting. So we started watching the first episode, and we just got
Hooked immediately. The first episode was just an immediate banger. Like, oh my god, like, so...
Music's a little loud. I can barely hear Tris.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm quiet.
Let me turn her up a little bit. Let's give her some gain here.
Hey!
Can you hear a little bit better? What's up there, Pixie? Yeah, this anime, like, it took us by storm. So, like, just a base premise of what we've got here. A base plot. You have a god who in, what is it, 999 days?
Yep.
And in 999 days, he's retiring. What's up there, Cole Bizzle? How you doing, brother? He's retiring. And, he wants to be replaced. So what does he do? What's he do? Tell him what he does.
So, God is basically what we believe in as, a leader, a mentor who created everything, who rules over the world. And this man right up here, he decided it is time for him to step down. He is actually just like the people in this anime. He was human once, and he decided to become God, and he did that throughout the 999 days previously. And I don't know how long he's been running, but
yeah, we don't really know a whole lot about God, but this is about the only picture that we've seen of him inside of the anime, and he just looks like he's been through a lot, man. He's seen a whole bunch. And it really caught my eye. I was really excited to check it out. And so we learned about that. The angels, he sends down how many? 13? 13 angels?
I think so. Is there 13 God candidates? Or
Yeah,
is it
13.
12?
I think it's 13 God candidates. So
Okay.
he sends down 13 angels to find these God candidates. What? What?
You straight daddy.
Sexy ass man. I am. Thank you. Moisturize. Oh, I need Jimmy to get me a drink.
Hey Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Will you grab the twisted tea?
Jimmy, can you grab my twisted tea out of the fridge?
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy's a king. Jimmy helping out over here.
But back to the main.
The story, the
main
plot
subject
here. So we got 13 angels. They come down. They have to pick out 13 God candidates to replace God in 999 days when he's ready to retire. Thank you, Jimmy. Twisted tea, y'all. It really ain't that bad. They all pick like particular people, and it's weird. Like I guess they all pick like people in Japan or something like that.
Yeah, because Japan has the highest.
Highest suicide rate. So the angels pick out people who have lost the will to live. And how do you pronounce our main character's name? I'm gonna get this wrong like every
Mirai.
time. Mirai. Mirai is our main character's name, and he is picked out by the angel.
He doesn't have red hair. This picture is a lie.
Yeah, this picture is a add-in that someone did off of the manga before the anime released. He's got more of a brown hair, which you'll see in a few minutes. Jimmy is a dog. Someone should be looking for him. No. But Nas, was that how we pronounce her name?
What is this Pokemon stuff? It's kind of difficult to understand.
The pokey stuff, yeah.
We haven't figured out how to catch it, but it is a part of the stream so far. It comes in every time.
You have to do like something pokey catch.
We haven't figured it out.
But you have to pokey start first, don't you?
Yeah, you have to pokey start, get your
starter Pokemon.
starter, and yeah.
But
that should be Jimmy's wife. Jimmy.
So Nas, isn't that
Ness,
Ness?
I believe.
It's
Ness.
spelled Nasse. That's his angel, and she says she's been watching over him his entire life, and he is on the brink of Mirai is about to jump off of a building, and he does. And
By the way, spoilers.
oh yeah, spoilers all day. You guys, it's in the title. What we're doing. It's everywhere. Huh? You're out? You can have some. Yeah, spoilers. If you didn't hear
Wait,
already.
that's a dude.
Wait, that's a dude. Yeah, I'll be Jimmy's wife. What you want,
No,
Jimmy?
I think he's talking about the one on the bottom.
Huh? Oh, the one on the bottom with the red hair. Lols. Oh, you're talking about the angel. No. The angel is a girl.
Her name is Nas.
Ness. Anyways, she tells him that she wants to make him happy
She's been watching him since he was a baby.
since he was a little baby. And she tells him that she can give him freedom and happiness through the power of giving him wings and the capabilities of being able to control people.
The capability to receive love from anyone he chooses. I
Right.
think something like that. I don't remember the exact wording she gave him.
So the first thing she gives him is a set of wings, and like doesn't really explain the arrow powers yet. And he flies like soars, and he starts crying. What?
Is that community tea? Yum.
Community tea? Lols. Not for you, Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy.
He goes flying on the wings and he starts crying. He's like felt this freedom, and it was beautiful. Like, and
Some of the best artwork I've seen.
yeah, the artwork is absolutely amazing. That was one of the things that drew me to it, like the wings and the angels. Like, that's what I saw in like images and stuff.
Like, this picture is totally accurate of what we saw. And it was actually, like, movement, so it was a lot prettier, like, in the eyes of the beholder.
And then,
Moisturize that throat.
I ain't moisturizing no throats. I moisturize my own throat. But, yeah, it's beautiful. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't know this, but it's made by the same people who made Death Note. One of the most popular anime of all time. I think for the longest time on IMDb, I think it was #1, wasn't it? Ranked #1. I haven't checked in a while. But they made this, and it's clear. You can tell by the artwork and like the ideas that are like presented in it. But like he gets the power to do this, and then he also gets the power to shoot arrows. A red arrow and
A white arrow.
a white arrow.
The red arrow can encapture someone's heart for 30 days.
Is it
Or is
33 days, I think?
It might be 33 days.
Mhm.
And the white arrow can seize a person's life immediately and painlessly.
And it does it 100% of the time with 100% accuracy. The arrow shoots every time, and the only way to get away from it is to have a set of wings yourself, because they can fly faster than the arrows shoot. So there's 3 classes of the angels that come down for the candidates, for the god candidates, and there's what was
Special rank,
special rank,
first rank, second
and
rank.
second rank. And then
Thank you for the biddies.
oh my goodness, thank you so much for the bits. Love you, bitty titties. Let's go. Thank you, Cole Bizzle, we really appreciate that. But yeah, so all of the 13 angels aren't special rank angels, and only special rank angels can give the wings, the red arrow, and the white arrow, all 3 items. The first rank ones can only give out the red arrow and the wings, and the second ranks can give out like one of each.
No, second ranks give out both. First ranks can only give out one.
Like one or the other. Okay, so they can only give out either the red or the wings. And so far we've met like one character that only had the wings. We met one character that
Only had the arrows.
only had arrows. We've met multiple characters that have wings and the red arrow, but only 2, 3 that have the white arrow so far.
I think it's only 2.
Is it just 2 right now that we know of? I feel like there's going to be more. Like there's got to be.
Sure.
There's certain
There's 4, I believe.
4 white.
4 special ranks. It might be 3, but I believe it's 4.
That's something we'll have to delve into, because I think there was like a list, like when it showed like the ranks, the hierarchies of the angels.
There was a numbered amount, but we didn't.
And she gave him all the powers. She's a special rank angel, and he used those powers. After he got them, she told him a big secret. Tell him what the big secret was, because it's crazy. The secret. What happened? How did his family die? So.
Oh man. Okay, so.
First of all, they don't even know his family's dead.
Right.
That's why he wanted to kill himself.
Mirai is a absolute sweetheart. He grew up with his family. He was very happy, and he had a little brother, a mom, and a dad. Well, we learn about, I believe, was it in the first episode
I think
we
like
learned
first
it?
and second episode.
Well, we learned that his uncle and his aunt
That was the
and
first episode.
his 2 cousins had been deciding to murder his family and take the insurance money and treat Mirai here as a slave, lock him up in a closet, burn him, hurt him, all kinds of things. And Nas tells him, hey, your aunt and uncle aren't as good as they seem. They actually murdered your parents. And he's like
He didn't know this at all. And
what?
she's like, drops this on him like 10 years later as an adult. And he's like, what? And so, the red arrow can be used to make someone tell you anything you want. They fall deeply in love with you. They adore you. And, so Nas says, hey, go take that red arrow and shoot your aunt. She'll tell you. And that's what he does.
So the red arrows have limits upon them. You cannot shoot someone with a red arrow and tell them to kill themselves if they have not harmed you.
No, it's like if they have not committed a crime that is punishable by death, that's equal to death to you.
They have to have harmed you
and they have to be feeling guilty from it.
Feeling guilty from the murder or damage that they have done to you.
Right.
As well as they cannot murder someone else unless they have the murderous intent to.
Already. So he takes the red arrow and he goes to his aunt. And in this picture, there's actually a puddle of blood on the floor down here underneath Nas.
Savage.
It's savage. He coaxes, he shoots her with the arrow, and she tells him, yes, this is true. Your uncle made me do it. I never wanted to do it. You know, he forced me into it. And
She's straight up, I love you, I love you, I love you.
She's like all over him.
Onto him.
She's like, I'm sorry, I love you, but my husband, and then tries to kiss him, and then like he forces her to tell him the information, and then as she's telling him this stuff, the husband walks in the door. And he freaks the fuck out. He's like, "You're betraying me," and slaps the shit out of her, knocks her on the floor, and then
she grabs the knife. And
wait, but
he's like,
Mirai. He says words first. He's like, he was crying, and he's like, "You should both. You should be the ones that died. You should die." And
she grabs her knife and
shoves a knife right into her fucking throat, dude. Like, and just kills herself right there in front of the uncle. He leaves the uncle. I think I've got an image there. Yeah, there's the aunt there. He leaves the aunt there, and
blood warning.
Yeah, blood warning. Sorry. He leaves the aunt there. The uncle, like, you know, thinks she just killed herself out of grief, and later he comes back so that he can like afford to live and stuff. Like, I don't have another picture.
We're just gonna hold that there.
Yeah.
Just so that's not on the screen the whole time.
He goes back and tells his uncle using the red arrow to turn himself in, and he does. He turns himself in, and Mirai ends up getting like a bunch of money and stuff out of it that he was supposed to have gotten anyways, but his aunt and uncle got. So that turns out really well for him. And then in comes
Metropoliman.
Very, like, at first when I saw this dude, I'm like, this is like the Great Saiyaman. Like, one dude got just wings and was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go out here. But the first scene you see him, my dude whips a white arrow out and just kills one of the other god candidates. Like, before we even, one of the 13.
Before we know who he is.
Yeah.
He kills one of the god candidates who were a low-level
like
angel.
Comedian.
Angel and comedian. He wasn't very popular.
He only had the red arrow.
He only had the red arrow. And he was using it to manipulate little girls.
Idols.
Like
teen stars and stuff like that in Japan.
Which I completely understand. Metropolitan. He deserved it 100%.
The guy was sleazy. I mean, at first we're like, okay, he kills guys that are like, you know, bad. Like, he's,
right.
And then after he like makes his debut, he like, you know, shows himself like saving a couple of like crimes that are going on, and like after he saves the crimes, one time he comes on TV and I guess we're missing a thing here. He comes on TV and he calls out all the other god candidates and says, "Come meet me out here on this baseball field."
This is skipping a little bit of information. We're losing some stuff though. You forgot about how he meets.
That's right after this.
No, that's before.
Is
he
it?
meets Saki before this. I
The girl?
believe. Yes.
Metropolitan made his debut. That's why she sought him out.
Yes, he made his debut
And she
after
was scared
killing
of him.
After killing the first one. That is, he said, the other 13 candidates are my enemies.
My enemies.
He
That's right.
never said to meet until after.
Okay, yeah, the meeting was a little bit later. I
Right.
apologize. Okay, so first, he goes on TV and says, all the other god candidates are my enemies. Nobody knows what he's talking about except for, of course, the other god candidates. And in comes this angel when Mirai's on his way to his first day of school.
After the what is it, the ceremony, opening ceremony, I can't remember what it's called, but that was right after the uncle was turned in, and he got settled in with his powers and everything.
And he looks up and sees an angel
With wings on his butt.
with wings on his butt. And when he sees this angel, he's like, "Oh snap! I need to keep my eyes down. I don't know, who that is." But then, boom, he turns around and looks him dead in the face.
Right in the eyes. Like, how is this angel with butt wings turning around and knowing he's looking up at him when he wasn't?
He wasn't even looking.
Down.
He was looking straight down at the air, and
He dives in front of his face, and he's like,
and then out of nowhere, boom, my dude gets hit in the back with a red arrow. All right, so the girl that hits him with the red arrow is actually
a childhood friend of his.
A big crush he's had for his entire life. She ended up being a god candidate as well. Have we figured out why she was super sad yet? Like why she wanted to kill herself, or was it had no will?
He took it up to bullying.
Bullying?
But I don't believe she's fully explained it yet.
We'll probably get that backstory soon. But she hits him with the arrow, and in all honesty, she didn't need to. And he tells her that, like, you know, and
Nos tells him that.
Nos tells her that. And so they wait. Do they wait out they wait out the whole 33 days, and then
this is when Metro comes back in.
And he proves himself. So we skip forward a whole month in the anime with a whole episode, like in the middle of an episode.
Nothing. We learn nothing about the entire month that he stayed with her.
Yeah, we have no idea what happened, no idea what went on. We just know a month passed, and now he's not under the spell of the Red Arrow anymore. And he you know, straight up tells her, he's like, I'm here to protect you, don't worry about it. She has her angel, you know, is kind of like what's he the angel of? I can't remember.
Slyness or
Slyness.
no, trickster. He's a trickster.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember.
And like, so originally he was trying to like trick the other guy, you know, into giving her his powers. But they found out, you know, never mind, didn't want to do that to you. So he, you know, is now here to protect her. They've got a team of 2. And this is when Metropolitan comes back on TV. And
calculating and manipulative. Angel of emotion.
That's not him.
Right.
It's up here.
Yes, I'm looking.
Saki's angel. Rather calculating and manipulative, a trait that is considered by Nos to be the reason why he was relegated to be second-ranked angel, thus capable of only bestowing Saki with a red arrow.
God promotes him to first rank, bestows him. Oh, that is future knowledge, I believe.
Yeah.
Revert my information.
Shame. Spoilers. We don't even know yet. But anyways, back to it. And then Metropolitan Man comes on TV, and that's where he makes the announcement. He's like, hey, I want everybody to meet me here. You're not my enemies anymore. You know, I want to team up with you. And, of course, that's a hella trap.
Team up with me.
Team up. And so they get closer. He takes her out on the wings since she only has the arrows.
Yeah, she... her angel's only the first rank, or second rank. So she was only able to choose the red arrow. So after he's shot, he's shot with the red arrow, and he says, you know, okay, I was already in love with her. He decides to be her wings because she doesn't have any.
Yep, and that's how he explains it to her, and it was real sweet.
It was.
So yeah, Metropolitan Man makes that announcement, and everybody shows up, and of course, Mirai and Saki, they both show up, but of course they're hiding the fact that they have angels. The angels aren't there. They're trying to they don't trust Metropolitan Man. They know it's a trap, and so they go in there just to see what happens, and they see other angels while they're there, and some other people show up. We get these 2 guys in the red and blue, or yellow and blue, and
they are both god candidates they are both first rank angels. They both have, I believe they have the same angel.
No.
Was that
maybe
said?
I don't.
Or no, similar angels.
Yeah.
But the reason that they are god candidates is because they both decided to do a suicide pact together, and their angels showed up as they were about to do it together, and the reason they wanted to commit suicide was due to them failing their exams and not being able to move forward in life. It was pretty depressing, but they decided to become full-on brothers, you know, like brothers in arms.
Fight for good, you know, and they show up to talk to Metropolitan Man, and they're like, hey, let us, you know, we're going to shoot you with our red arrow. And they try to, right? And he's already under the spell of a red arrow.
Because it's not Metropolitan.
Right, because it's not Metropolitan Man. He wasn't there at all the entire time. He stood there and talked for like 5 minutes, and it wasn't him at all. And you find out he's in a different location. And then in the midst of these 2 guys talking to to the fake and talking to the guy on the camera now, he swaps. He swaps really fast because the angel wings can move faster than a human eye can see. He swaps really quick with the dude.
This was once they were distracted by the other two.
There were two more guys that came in.
Who, bum bum bum.
Were in the different colors.
We're human.
And they were regular humans under control of Metropolitan to distract these two guys. And in the midst, Metropolitan hops in here. He swaps with the dude. He shoots one of them with a red arrow, right?
Yes.
And then shoots the other one with the white arrow immediately. And kills one of them right there, dead, on the spot. And then he connects, and then the little girl, how does she come in? I forget what happens.
I believe...
This girl.
Yeah, she's scared after... I believe that she came in before the other two came in.
Did she?
I'm not quite sure, but I know he shoots her with a red arrow as well.
I thought he just chained her up. I didn't know. Did he shoot her with a red arrow?
I believe so.
Well, he ends up chaining her and the other guy he shot with the red arrow up.
He snatches her before the other two show up, I believe.
Love you, bro. Be good, Jimmy.
Bye, Jimmy.
Yeah, he has her and the other guy, I think Blue, tied up to...
No, it's yellow.
Is it yellow? Tied up to a pole using like really tight handcuffs. And he's pointing white arrows at them, like trying to convince the other people to come out and do something about it. And he literally shoots the yellow guy, kills him while he's attached to her. She's attached to a pole. He's attached to her. So he's dead now down here. She's still attached to the pole, screaming because he's about to shoot her with the white arrow. And just when you think that Mirai is going to jump from the stands and save the day, he gets told not to. His angel comes in, Nas, and she talks mad shit to the dude, telling him that he's in the way of her God candidate's happiness, and she can't let that keep happening. She hollers out to every other God candidate out there and says, "Leave."
Do not show up. Walk with the crowd leaving, and
like pretend you're just another person in the crowd. Don't stare up at angels. Like just walk out and leave. And so everybody does. And right before they do, though, he literally fires the white arrow and kills the little girl right there. So now we have 4 God candidates already dead out of the 13. We're down to 9 by episode 5. Like, it's crazy. And in come after this, after he kills the little girl, which...
While they are leaving... go ahead.
Trigger warning. There's a dead person in the next scene. Bam! And that's the last you see of the little girl.
Onward. So, as they are leaving... one of the God candidates actually snapped pictures of Mirai and Asaki looking up at the angel Nas, who is telling everyone else to leave.
Right. And
spoiler.
Right after this, you get a little bit of backstory of the Metropolitan. This is his character here.
Kitty. This is an ASMR.
We find out that he's got a sister that he's trying to bring back to life. And in come another feller who had no will to live. This is the angel of Metropolitan, by the way, who is... she's known as the Angel of Lust.
We believe. We haven't gotten confirmation.
Right. And she is a special rank angel, of course, and is Metropolitan's angel who has white, red, and the wings. And the kicker here is every one of the God candidates that he kills, he takes all of their powers. So he gets those extra rings and is able to give them to people at free will. He can give them to humans under a condition. What was it? I couldn't remember.
I'm not sure. I believe it only stated under certain conditions. I
Like
don't
not
believe it stated.
non-God candidates.
Yeah.
I think it just says under certain conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But we don't know a whole lot about this angel yet. We know that she randomly went from rank
She's the
1.
god of, or no.
Yeah, right here.
We only know she's the angel,
Angel
of
of
lust,
Lust.
but we don't know the extensiveness to it.
Yeah, like she went from the bottom rank all the way to the top rank really fast, and the other angels don't know how. So that's probably something we'll find out later. Out of nowhere, while they're talking about needing to build a team, Mirai and Saki, this guy says, "I'm okay with that," and just sticks his hand on their fucking window, spooks the shit out of them.
This is relating back to the pictures that were taken of Mirai and Saki.
He says he had someone out there taking pictures of them, of God candidates, trying to find other people so he could team up against Metropolitan.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Shoot me with your red arrow right now," and Mirai's like, "Nah, we ain't got to," and he's right.
Nase.
No, or what? I thought it was Mirai that said you don't have to, but he said Nase trusts you, so no, I won't shoot you with the red arrow. And so he doesn't shoot him with the red arrow, and he sits down and explains his story. He was a cancer patient.
Mm-hmm. He had only 3 months left to live, and he decided,
his will was gone.
Yeah, his will was gone, and he just decided to
stop. Didn't he stop treatment?
He stopped treatment after accepting the god powers and decided to take care of his family. He stole money. I think it was 100 million yen.
200 million yen, I think, something like that,
yen.
And gave it to his family.
Gave it to his daughters, or
so they could live
daughter
and wife,
pregnant wife.
Yeah, so he gave it to his family to set them up and for when he died, and then an angel came to him while he was on his deathbed. And the angel is real cool. She's a real sweetheart. She is the smartest of all the angels. She gained all the knowledge. She was a special rank. Yeah, she's got a monocle. She was a special rank angel, but she got demoted because she liked to flaunt her intelligence around too much. So God demoted her. And she gives him a lot of knowledge. Like, he is very knowledgeable about the angels and everything like that because of her. We find that out when he's explaining like the situation, and he's like, we find out he's a costume designer for movies, right? Wasn't that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And he's like, we gotta hide our identities, so we haven't seen him yet, but we think he's gonna be making costumes for the team. And that's about all we got there at the end of that until the very last closing scene.
Last few seconds.
The last few seconds of it, we get this image of a girl firing a red arrow out of a school building
into
another
woman.
young
Yeah.
girl. After we hear sirens and a case where a bunch of girls were held hostage by another one of their classmates inside of a school.
Who was a previous murderer of 3,
Yeah,
I believe, 3 girls.
Something like that.
And on the last scene...
You see a dead person on top of
the news, on the last scene on the news, it says, I killed 3 cute girls in middle school. I hope to continue to kill ugly girls.
All the ugly girls, which
girls.
links back to something else that's said by our main antagonist, what's his name?
Metropolitan.
Kanade Uryu, Metropolitan. And it links back to something he was talking to one of his friends about. So we don't know yet, but we're pretty sure that he caused like the whole murder incident. But at the very end, like I said, we see her. She's the next god candidate we've seen. So far, we've seen Metropolitan. We've seen our main character, his love interest. We've seen Metropolitan. We've seen Cancer Dude. We've seen the 2 dudes and the little girl. So that's 7. And now her. So that's 8. We're still missing 5 more, that we haven't met yet.
Right, I think it was 4. I think they said 4. I don't know.
Because main character, love interest, Cancer Dude, Metropolitan Man. 2 dudes at the baseball place, the little girl,
And the first one that died.
Oh yeah, and
Chameleon.
him.
There's 4 left.
Plus her.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is 4 left for us to meet, and we don't know if she's got red arrows or not.
We know she
or
has
we
red
know
arrows.
she has red arrows. We don't know
Not
if she has
wings
white
or-
arrows or wings. What class or what if she's a bad guy, if she's a good guy. But we're really excited for what's coming next. Like, this anime really took us by storm, and I don't know. I think anybody should at least give it the first couple episodes, because by then you're suckered in. Like, it's really good. The art is amazing. The fact that it was written by the Death Note people.
It's gonna be a winner for sure.
The manga came out in November of 2015. I think it ended in January of 2021. There was 14 volumes of it, and it started out in Shonen Jump. The anime is expected to have 24 episodes. We're on episode. There's 5 episodes out right now on Crunchyroll. The last one aired, was that yesterday? So they air on Thursdays on Crunchyroll. Be sure to check it out. It's possibly going to take one of my top 5 spots. Like,
Rating out of 10, I definitely give it a 9.
a 9. It's got to be like a 9, 9.5 for me. Like, it's right up there with like Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Death Note. Like, those are all just like prime examples of really good storytelling, really good art, really good just everything.
It's got gore, fantasy, slice of life even.
Yeah, a little bit of everything you're
It's-
looking for.
Yeah.
And we definitely recommend it 100%. If you guys want to check it out, hit up Crunchyroll. You should be able to watch for free on Crunchyroll, right, with ads. It's also on Funimation and MediaLink. TBS is a network, and its original air date was October 8th. Most of these animes that we're going to be talking about to you guys every week are going to be animes that just came out. We try to look for stuff that's only got a couple episodes. We'll catch up all the way to the 5th episode, and probably that week afterwards, we'll make a video for it and try to have it up for you guys. We'll try to go live usually. If we don't, we'll have the video up on the YouTube, which is also I Make Dead People. This is Moxie Mash. I Make Dead People. Thank you guys so much for coming by tonight, and you guys have a wonderful evening. Get home safe if you're not there. We love you so much. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of, what are we gonna call this? We had a name, didn't we?
First five follow up.
follow-up. Yeah, first 5 follow-up Platinum End episode. First 5 follow-up episode 1 Platinum End is just that,
See you next time.
on an end.